You're still live on Midday at the Subway, and in the studio with me, I have Nano Foriowusu, Director of Operations for PPP. You agree with me, the last Tuesday after the President's State of the Nation address, PPP has also organized their own, so to say, for that matter. And the Director of Operations is in the studio to actually help us clarify some issues. Good afternoon.
Fine afternoon.
Welcome to TV3.
Thank you very much.
If we're really supposed to look deep into issues, PPP, as it stands now, hasn't got even an MP at Parliament.
True.
So what right, if I can humbly put it that way, what right has PPP to even criticize the President's State of the Nation address?
Well, each one of us as citizens of this nation, we have the right to be able to criticize and make our voice heard. As a collective, as a PPP, we are here to make sure that we help governance. We help governance in a way that become beneficial to you and I, that we as citizens of this nation will benefit from. So we have our own views on the State of the Nation address, and today we made it known and we put it out there as a way to help take corrective measures to make sure that we have full benefit from government as we move along. So there were some things that we put on the table today.
Right. One
of the things is that Article 34(2) of the Constitution clearly talks about the content of the State of the Nation. Article 67 talks about the time period, but 34(2) talks about the content. And the content is that the President is to come and make an account to you and I as to what he said 2013, what he has been accomplished up to date.
Okay.
So we felt that there was a big void, there was a disconnection, because the 2014 was not giving an account of 2013. And the Article 34(2) enjoins the President to come to Parliament to give an account of a snapshot of what the nation looks at the moment, what we look like. And that was, we think that the President missed the boat, and some of the humor and some of the activities in probably the most serious policy statement to be made the entire year. And so we talked about the disjoint from 2013 to 2014. There were a number of issues. One of them, in 2013, government talked about the fact that they will empower ministries and some agencies to do research into the unemployment factors and bring some data to us so that government will use it to formulate a policy. 2014, the President repeated the same exact thing in that area, which means that there has been zero progress in this particular activity between 13 and 14.
Okay.
And also, when you take a snapshot of our nation, the issue of the economic condition that we are in as a people right now, and the CDs, depreciation, and the rest, we expected the President to come and look us directly in the eye and tell us the challenges that we are facing, and then tell us the roadmap to get us out of this challenge. But we did not get this. We got a band-aid fixture that everything will be all right. Everything in the shortest time will be okay. We'll get past this. But the governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Wampa, is telling us otherwise. He is telling us that we must look at our physical expenditure, microeconomic activities, expanding the tax net, making sure that we do tangible things which will not be done tomorrow or today, but over a period. So the President should have been able to say, listen, this is where we are as a people. This is the challenge. This is what I'm doing to face and face that challenge, and this is how I want my citizens to help me.
Okay, Nana, I do appreciate the concerns of the PPP, but if you allow me to drift a little bit, your 2012 flag bearer, Dr. Indium, actually also mentioned the issue about bringing on board free SHS. As PPP, as it stands now, do you have policies or measures or anyhow means that you are going to implement it?
We welcome the President's statement on free SHS.
Okay.
The 360-degree turnaround, we recognize, we are happy for it, because as they say in our parables, only a fool does not change with time. And we are happy for the 360-degree turnaround, but it's short-lived. It's short and doesn't meet the standard.
No,
PPP is talking about free, continuous, uninterrupted education from kindergarten to SHS. The President did not mention kindergarten. You see, you have to have a continuous flow. And research and record shows the effect of KG on the development of the student and the child. And you cannot just take segmentation. You have to take this thing from a holistic perspective, which says that my citizen from birth to the age of 18, I'm going to ensure that you are in school, you get education from KG to SHS. So we welcome the free SHS, but he must remember the free KG. We must go back to that and add that so that you have a continuous, uninterrupted education system.
Nana, finally, what are some of the areas that PPP actually agrees with the president on during the State of the Nation address, the whole address? Which aspects do you actually agree with?
Well, we said there were a few things that were said, but the few things were disjointed from budget. You see, if I say that I am going to domestic, we are going to buy what we eat and what we grow and the rest. It must be reflective, that policy must be reflective in the budget for us to know that concrete steps have been taken to ensure that we get there. Some of these things do not exist in the budget. So although it was said, we see that there's a fundamental disconnect between saying and doing. So the whole purpose of our statement today focused on implementation. It is about leadership that works with a sense of urgency, that is able to implement and to make sure that they are able to have effect on our lives. And without that, anything that you say that is hollow statements unbacked by facticities in the budget, does not have any meaningful impact to you and I and our lives.
Director of Operations of PPP, thank you very much for passing through. Thank you very much. Wonderful. So you still live on Midday.